How's it? What's up, everyone? 1/6ers, quarter scalers, 1/10ers, 1/32ers. In fact, all of the scalers. Welcome to another edition of Figure This, Figure That, the Don's Figure Chat. Right, so today we're doing a figure that turned into an instant grail for me as soon as I opened the box. I've got him in a semi-walking pose, drawing his weapon. Actually very easy figure to pose. It's only the legs that give a bit of jip at times, trying to get them right. But he's a very dope piece, eh? So he's got his t-shirt on, Bureau for Paranormal Defense and Research. Those two nubbins on his head, they come out to fit the horns. There's his weapon of choice. He's pulling it out the holster from the belt. He's got his bendy finger rock hand on. And the coat is wired at the bottom so you can pose it in different poses. Okay, let me just go over what he comes with. That's the art box at the back. Very dope picture on it. This is the backdrop he comes with. I don't usually use them, but I thought I'd throw it in. That's the clamshell with a tongue insert that faces you when you open the box. You come over here. He's got the obligatory instruction manual. The lightning effect for Excalibur. He's got a fist and one sword holding hand. He's got a various amount of hands here, one being the sword holding hand, and I'll cover that again just now. He comes with two bracelets, one he's wearing. He gets a receiver, and that knot piece is what goes in when you haven't got the crown on. And the attachment next to it, oops, that one is to fit the crown to his head. He comes with these little rivulets of flame and molten lava. That's what I call them. There's his crown and horns. Excalibur on fire. Excalibur not on fire. And his grenade launcher. Now if you can look at the handle there, it's got a little pin on. That pin fits into the sword holding hand to enable him to hold it in his grip. So I thought that was a dope little touch from Hottoys. Comes with a standard crotch grabber stand. Yeah, tons of accessories really, and he's really a very, very dope piece, eh? As I say, poses well. The only thing I would be worried about is the fleshy part deteriorating. And if you keep him in this t-shirt, well, you know what Hottoys are like for staining the figures. There you see the other bracelet he comes with the cross on. Beautiful weapon that he's got in his hand there. Very well made, and yeah, really nice paint app. The belts, they made of like a rubber PVC material. Maybe better for longevity, but I think they would have looked dope in leather as well. Cargo pants. And the boots. You don't get much articulation in the ankles because of the boots. But you'd be surprised at the articulation you get at the rock arm, the other arm, his left arm, and his torso. You get an ab crunch, you get a twist. So yeah, you can do quite a multitude of poses. I just love the craggy look of his face. And the eyes, I think the eyes are really, really nice. Everything about him is quality, I've got to admit, from the jacket, the t-shirt, the body, everything. It's all quality stuff. Even when you come to the accessories, really nice. you know. There he's got a rosary wrapped around that arm, hand. So yeah, as I say, poses, you can get tons of poses with him. Tons of poses. And everything is nicely detailed with a nice paint app. I think maybe if they could have made the crown or the sword light up, you know, with a light up feature, I think that would have looked really, really good, eh? Because you'll see when he's got the horns and the crown as Umbanganunga, I call him BananaRama, he looks magnificent, eh, under lights. Really does. He looks the business, eh? So what do you think? Like him, not like him? I like him. As I say, instant grail for me. He's also the second figure to be done in our new studio with the new gimbal. So we're hoping you see a vast difference in our video quality and the content, you know, because everything is now professionally lit. Well, I say professionally, it's a professional studio, but we're still learning how to use it, you know. There will be a 360 at the end, so you can see right the way around the figure. The hair, although plastic, could it have been real hair? I don't think you would have got away with it, eh? I think this works for this figure. Again, I mean, authentic hair does look dope, eh? Let's have another look at him in this pose. There we go. So he's just about to draw his weapon. He's pushed his coat aside. And he's saying, well, if you want it, come get it, eh? I'm right here. I mean, his enemy in the movie, you must actually check, if you haven't seen it, you must see it. David Barbour plays a great part. He brings the teenage Hellboy and his truculence to life. You know, where he's getting cocky with his dad and he knows everything, and it's why? Drives his dad mad, eh? So yeah, David Barbour, and it's not better than Ron Perlman's Hellboy. It's like in a different class as good as Ron Perlman's Hellboy. In fact, I might even go to say better. Sorry, Ron. Better than Ron Perlman's Hellboy. It just works on so many levels. So I'm not going to tell you the premise of the movie. You'll have to go and see that for yourselves. So I don't want to give away any spoilers, you know. So when he has got the horns and crown on, you're just going to have to look at the pose and not get any spoilers from me. Yeah? Okay. Let's go over the thing once more. There's the art box. Very dope art box, I must admit. The paint app is really good. Comes with this backdrop that they started printing. I think with the Suicide Squad figures they started with these, but I could be wrong. Normal clamshell with a tongue insert on the inside. You get his crown and horns. Excalibur on fire, plain Excalibur, his grenade launcher. You come over here, you get a further 2 rock hands, one for holding the sword, one fist, the obligatory instruction manual. There you get the lighting or flame effect for Excalibur. You get a series of expressive hands, one with a peg hole to enable to hold the flame sword. You get his receiver. You get a knot of hair to fit in the back, but I'm always scared in case it drops out. You get the attachment to fit the crown. You get 2 bracelets. He's got one on. You get these molten droplets or rivulets of flame and molten lava, I would imagine it is. you get this, yeah, quite a dope base. Very similar to all other bases, but just full of color. It's got 2 points of supporting the crotch grabber, what would that be called, pillar. He's in the front 2 now, but behind that there's another 2. I still don't know what those 2 are for. It must be for moving him forward so the tail doesn't interfere with where you're trying to display him. I think. There's his gun, that is his favorite sidearm. Let's see if we can go in for some detail there. Very nice, eh? There's the other bracelet with the cross on. The t-shirt and the jacket. And those 2 nubbins at the top that he wears, well, all the time really, because the horns are the climax of the movie, really. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed the pose. I think it's quite a dope one. He came out quite well. But wait a while and I'll come back with some new poses. I will return. Alright, boys and girls, that's me back. And I think I've got a dope pose here for yous. Gunslinger Hellboy. Quick on the draw. And I say again, very easy figure to pose, eh? Very easy figure to pose. I'm using the crotch grabber for this. He hasn't got much balance because of the limited ankle articulation, because of the boots. But all in all, yeah, very easy to pose. Everything moves like it should. So now he's got, in his left hand, he's got his own personal weapon. In the right hand, he's got his grenade launcher. And yeah, he must have been hearing something behind him, because he's turned with a quick swirl and done the gunslinger. The Gunslinger Hellboy. And this is where the wires in the coat come in handy for doing poses like this. Really nice, eh? Really, really nice. And I've just noticed something when I was changing the hands. These bracelets that are on, you must be careful of those, because when you pull it off, it sometimes catches the fleshy part, the rubber. I mean, I haven't damaged or anything, but I could quite easily see it happening. Look at those eyes, man. Look at those eyes, ready for the kill. Ready for the kill. Put a 45 right between your neck. Maybe now you can see more detail of his belt and holster. There he's got a lucky rabbit's foot that's not hanging at the moment, so I'll show you that just now. Oh, it's that one there. I don't want to move it in case I move the whole thing. I don't know what's in that pouch. I'd have to research that. But yeah, like a pose, eh? That's a sweet pose, I think. Very sweet pose. He's in the new studio, and I'm using the new gimbal. Excuse that packet of fruit pastels you've seen on the side. So at the moment, I'm using the hand with bendy fingers. They don't bend like when you hear the word bend, you know, but they do bend, and you are able to grip things with it as long as you are willing to faff around with it for a bit. But yeah, other than that, great, eh? Pose like a charm. I don't know if you've seen the same thing I'm seeing, but as I said, for me, that was instant grail as soon as I opened the box. Really nice piece, eh? Okay. So let's do a different pose now, with the jacket off and just the vest. And let's see how we look after that. So as again, don't hold your breath. You're not a scuba diver. Just hold on until I return. Right, here we are back again with Hellboy in a bit of a pensive mood, determining the future. Is he going to keep Excalibur and become the ruler of the universe? Because if he does take the mantle, he opens up the gates of hell for all the weirdies, ghouls, trolls, you name it, to come out and play. It's actually a very dope part in the movie. So there he holds Excalibur. Bent knees. I've ab crunched him quite a bit. And you use his tail. If you want to put him in a sitting down pose, you see his tail there, you bend his tail so that it keeps him up type move. Weapon back in holster. Those piercing yellow eyes. Oh, he really is a dope figure, eh? I don't know why he doesn't get recognized as such. Maybe because he's not Iron Man. But he's a Hellboy. Ruler of the underworld, if he wanted. But honestly, this figure, I keep on saying, I know, he poses so easy, eh? Poses so easy. It didn't take me long to get him in the sitting pose. But then again, I suppose it's not really a hard pose to do, is it? I mean, he's sitting down. There's a bit of a pan. Yeah, I can pan with this. Let's see him from above. There we go. He looks dope either way. As I say, there is a 360 at the end where you can have a look and turn him round a bit. And I'm shooting a 360 without his jacket on, just the body and some weapons maybe. But he looks really dope, eh? Look at that, man, for a figure. You can't see that being a talking point in the movie? In your display cabinet? Well, there we go. There he is. Majestic. Majestic Hellboy. Okay, I'll leave you with that shot. And yeah, I hope you've liked the poses that I've put him through. Okay, here goes on the next pose. What's up, my fellow collectors? That's me back again with a pose of a lifetime. Here we have him. He's just picked up Excalibur. He's saying to himself, what the fuck are these? He's got the lightning flame effect coming from Excalibur. looking very nonplussed, trying to figure out what's going on here. What's happening? Look at the body. The body is really, really nice, eh? Really nice. And I can't see them using this body for anything else other than another Hellboy, but I don't think a second one is in the works yet. I'm not too sure. So I've just taken out one of these nubbins to fit the horn. So you'll see that one lying there at the corner of the table there. It's all peg coordinated. They've got different peg holes for different horns. So yeah, it works really, really nice. I'm impressed. So yeah, as I say, there you have him, looking very confused indeed. He's just grew a horn, and he must be wondering what the yeah. So this hand here that he's holding Excalibur in, it has a hole in the palm to fit. You see that peg on the handle? Yeah, to fit there so that the sword stays steady in the hand, which I thought was quite a nice touch. It helps us no end, you know. Here's the beast, literally the beast. And he's not looking too happy, eh? I can't speak highly enough of this figure. As you all know, I'm a Batman fan. But the last few figures I've reviewed, the DID, Saving Private Ryan, the British Paratrooper, man, they've just been special pieces, eh? From the level of detailing to the quality. And then you come to this Hottoys and look at him. I mean, that's a dope figure, eh? The legs leave a lot to be desired, like, but hey, most probably every time he went to gym, he didn't do legs, he only did upper body. He's a devil, he can do what he wants. See him standing there. Again, you couldn't lose this guy like this. You couldn't leave him like this in a display for long with the bent elbow. And I'm still waiting to see if you leave the black vest on, if it stains the body. That wouldn't be nice. I know the purple coat Joker did, and it literally ruined quite a few of the guys' figures. Because once it's on, you can't get that off. It's nigh impossible. Especially when the body's got tattoos on as well, you know. Okay, so we're down to the wire. We've got the crown and double horn pose to do. I think it's going to be dope, eh? Hang around. You gotta stay to the end now just to see what pose I do. And there'll be a 360 shot at the end. So aren't we the lucky ones? Okay, boys and girls, I'm going to pause it here. Pause the chat. Whoops, sorry. Pause the chat, and I shall return. Okay, we come to that moment in the video where we have the last pose. So this is Hellboy in full regalia. He's got the crown, he's got his horns, Excalibur is in flame, he's standing here all dope and buff. Down there you can see I've used the flame effects to make out as if it's dripping from the sword and running off the base. As I say, he's got tons, he's got loads of accessories to be able to make some really dope poses. Okay, this pose you wouldn't be able to keep him in because of the bent elbow, but other than that, it's pretty much museum, eh? So if you could just come up with a dope way of showing off the sword Excalibur in flame, which there's plenty of ways, with a straight arm or just a slightly bent arm, yeah, then you're on a winner. But I couldn't leave him like this for long. Again, the legs proved the hardest to pose, to get them right. I don't know why the knees seem to bend backwards. So that's him with his horns, the last living descendant of King Arthur. Very dope body, eh? Looks good. It poses lacquer. Well, poses easy, I should say. You don't know what lacquer means. And yeah, it's instant grail for me as soon as I seen it. He's a heavy piece though. He's extremely heavy. So look from the side there. Yeah, that's nice, eh? There's all these rounds for his weapon in the holster. Yeah, I love him, eh? And a big shout out to Kevin Clarkson from the Bat Chat, who advised me on what gimbal to get, and I haven't looked back over the last few days. It's an awesome gimbal to use. Not like my other one that did its own thing. It was a nightmare. But this one's dope. As I say, hang around for the full 360 at the end of the video, or use the index cards to search through, and you'll get him right at the end there. If you don't want to listen to my prattle and see my poses, then by all means, just skip to the end. What do I know? Okay, boys and girls, I hope you've enjoyed the Hellboy session. I've enjoyed it. It's been lacquer posing him up and changing the pose. You don't often get chances to do many poses with your figures because they're always in the display cabinets, in museum poses. So yeah, I love this whole thing, yeah. And I must admit, I'm trying to copy Clipper King and I'm falling very short. Because he poses, he makes them look so natural, eh? It's a pity he's not doing it anymore, but his channel's still up, Uncle Clipper. Go check him out. Check Dean Knight out if you're into Batman poses, or Halloween, Michael Myers. He's also got a dope YouTube channel called Dean Knight. Cranky Collector. He does some lacquer videos. Damien. Good lad, good lad. Yeah, and as I say, I got this guy from The Good, the Bad and the Robots. Fantastic company, never let you down. Always true to their word. The guy that runs it, Lee, yeah, awesome guy. Awesome guy. He goes out of his way to help us collectors, eh? And he's a collector himself. Okay, so please hit subscribe, hit like, leave a comment. Let's get this party started. Me and Moate send our love out to all the families of our subscribers and our actual families. It's coming up Christmas. It's Christmas. And yeah, the Don says,